Good evening, viewers, and welcome back to yet another exciting episode of Career Chronicles, where we give you expert advice and also profile local figures who are making an impact. With me, Chris Kaukemwa, your host. Please stay tuned for this week's exciting episode. Good evening, viewers. Welcome back to yet another exciting episode of Career Chronicles with me, your host, Chris Kaukemwa. Today, I'm joined by a very interesting person now. So I hope you guys really stay tuned for this episode and take away much of what we're going to talk about. So thank you very much, Metumo, for joining us on the show.
Thank you for having me.
So Metumo, I just want to know, basically, what do you do as a young person, and I'm familiar that you do project coordinating, and you're also a project officer, by the way. So I'm quite familiar that you're also associated with Alan Gray. I don't want to say what you do, so otherwise I'll be taking away what you do. So maybe just run down for us what you basically do.
100%. So my job title is project officer. I'm a project officer at the Alan Gray Orbis Foundation.
Okay.
My task is basically running, implementing the programs that the foundation has. So the foundation has a bunch of programs that are geared towards entrepreneurial education. We're trying to create entrepreneurs in Southern Africa, and my job just revolves around making sure that the targets for the programs are met every year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I want to know, take us back to your high school days, and maybe just tell us how you came about Alan Gray. Did they find you or did you find them?
Okay, 100%. No, by the way, in high school, I was like a do-it-all, wanting to do everything and anything that comes my way. I was actually the editor of the school newspaper, Ori Express, through the My Zone school newspaper project. Yeah, so I've also been working with My Zone, but I always wanted to do everything and also excelled academically. In my final year, during I think mid-year exams, during matric, that's when I really got introduced to Alan Gray Orbis Foundation, and I received the application form from the principal actually. So she gave me like the application form, and I hadn't known what it was all about by then. But then I did some research, and I was like, this is really cool. And on top of that, I had always wanted to be like a business person. Growing up, when people ask me like, what do you want to be? I was like, I want to be a business person. I want to be Oprah. Like not a doctor. I want to just start a business, right? And so when I saw, this company is all about entrepreneurship, it's like, this is different. So I applied and I actually got the scholarship. They took me through my entire university studies. Thank you to them. And afterwards, I was already part of the family. I saw an opening and it just made sense to apply.
Oh, okay. Moving on, Metumo, maybe you can just tell us why did you actually find the need to study business science? I mean, it's not quite something one will always hear about. Maybe just talk to us about that.
Okay, so I always wanted to do business. I always wanted to start my own business. That's like my passion. And I knew that that's what I wanted to do. However, in grade 12, grade 11, grade 12, my parents were like, you need to go study. Like, you have to go to university. Regardless of what you do, just go through the university process. And I'm grateful for that because I think the experience of university is very valuable. But I landed on business science and particularly specializing in marketing because that was the only field, field that I saw myself fit in. I hated accounting. I did not do well with finances and numbers. It just felt extremely boring to me, to be honest. And so I saw, okay, I have to study, and I have to study so that I can position myself to, after studies, be able to do what I want to do best. And that was business science for me. And the business science degree is exceptional. I did it at the University of Cape Town, and it's such a good degree in the sense that it's very broad. For the first 3 years, I did a little bit of everything from statistics to computer science to finance and accounting. And I also got a very, very, very good based in critical thinking, like critical thinking skills, and this is stuff that I still use till this day, as well as communication.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was basically it.
Thank you very much. You admire what you do. But moving on, can you perhaps tell us whether always something you mentioned that you always wanted to be an entrepreneur, apart from that in business, studying business science, was there always something you wanted to look up to?
Was there always something I wanted to look up
to do, yeah.
Not necessarily. So growing up, I was also very textile, so I like to do things with my hands.
Yeah.
And I used to, in Cape Town when I was studying, I used to braid hair. I used to crochet a lot of like clothing items, and I even got a sewing machine, so I was like sewing and tailoring.
Okay.
My interest is really much like doing things with my hair,
Yeah.
but being an entrepreneur is really not about what you can produce yourself with your hands and what you can sell. It's more about like, can you employ someone?
Yeah.
You know, can you create a business that can run and function by itself without you necessarily having to do things every day? So that's kind of where I realized, this is not like me selling clothes or braiding hair. It's not what I see, you know, an entrepreneur, you know. And so, yeah, I think right now I'm still trying to figure out exactly like what it is, what space I want to move into. But I definitely know that that's still in the pipeline for me.
Okay.
This exposure now working for the foundation has been so incredible. I mean, we teach entrepreneurial education to high school learners.
Yeah.
And so we don't teach, but we run a program that enhances and
it's
exposes them to it. Yes, but so just being able to interact with, you know, that all the time through my work has really reinstilled that passion as well, and kept it burning. I just need to now find the, you know, the balance of time and everything needs to
be smooth.
Yes.
Like I say, you really admire what you do. That's what I'm concluding now. But can you maybe tell us, since you said you wanted to be a very successful entrepreneur some good day, and then now that the path looks bright, can you tell us where you see yourself in 5 years to come, or maybe even 10 years to come?
Okay. Where I see myself 5 years from now to 10 years, I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah.
But I definitely see myself having like set up industry in Namibia, like whatever that is. I know that I have the potential, the ability to, and I think now even the network to be able to set up industry in Namibia and industry. More than that, I want to be able to just foster, you know, even if it's just in my own circle of young people. But I'm really passionate about young people, and I really think that more young people should be able to see entrepreneurship as a viable career path. And so in 5 to 10 years, my hope is that through the work that I've done now with the Alan Gray Entrepreneurship Challenge, but also just through what I do and how I put myself out there and the ventures that I start, I'm able to like inspire like the next generation of Africans to want to start businesses and to want to see entrepreneurship as viable and as a way to make change in their communities.
Well, I guess Alan Gray is really well represented. But moving on, just my last question to you. What advice would you perhaps give to people who are in high school right now and looking forward to actually becoming successful entrepreneurs? Since you said you guys do offer some programs as well. Talk to us about your journey, relate to your journey, and then you give off the advice relating to your journey, how smooth it was, the hurdles, the challenges, the skills one needs to articulate themselves well in this career.
Okay. No, I think first to advise high school learners today. There's a lot of pressure. And I feel like a lot of the times young people feel overwhelmed. But I think a lot of the times we put that pressure on ourselves. I don't want to say like take it easy, you'll figure it out or anything like that, because I think that you figure it out by doing. My advice is go for everything and anything. Like in high school, like I said, I used to do everything. Like anything that I can get my hands on, I will do it. I don't even know where I got all of that energy. But young people have so much energy, and they need to put it everywhere. Like, you're not gonna know what you like or what you don't like until you do it, until you try it. And so that would be my advice, is like, try out everything. Like, volunteer, go and volunteer at the weirdest things. Like, even if you've never washed a dog before, go volunteer at SPCA and try and like wash dogs. Do the small things, and like, you will find yourself, like, you know, where you belong. You'll find, okay, this I enjoyed. And being able to put yourself out there, I know it's not easy, but it's really the only way to like grow and to expand as a human being. And as they go into like, you know, university and trying to figure out that sphere of life, from my experience, going outside of the country really helped me like just explore who I am. And meeting new people was very
helpful as well.
Yeah, it was very helpful. It was very like what I needed at that stage in my life, like being exposed to all of these different people and cultures. And I think young people should expose themselves as much as possible. And I'm not talking about like on social media, like in community, you know, go into the communities, talk to your elders, like expose yourself amongst people, create a network of people, learn to talk to people by talking to people. I think we're so focused on like our phones and our little worlds. We're so in our little worlds. If more people just got onto the ground, like young people just went out into public spaces and like I think
take
that,
initiative. Thank you very much, Metumo.
Thank you so much for having me.
I actually wish we had more time to engage, but time is not on our side. But I hope to see you very soon, becoming some very big, successful entrepreneur.
Gosh,
and
but thank you.
And you come back here again and tell us your story again.
100%.
But thank you very much.
Right.
That was Metumo sharing her entrepreneurship journey with us, as well as with Alan Gray. From me, your host Chris Kaukemwa, and Metumo is bye-bye.
Life is unpredictable, and one needs to be protected against any eventuality. Get Santam legal access from as little as 50 Namibian dollars a month for when you find yourself in need of legal representation due to civil cases, criminal prosecution, and family matters such as divorce, child maintenance, and custody. It also covers labor disputes, disciplinary hearings, and unfair dismissal or retrenchment. With Santam Legal Access, you'll receive free legal advice on almost every legal aspect, whether the specific matter is covered by your policy or not. For true peace of mind and legal protection when you need it most, call us on 061 292 8000. Santam. This is freedom.
Looking for your next favorite show? Tune in and dive into the action, the flavor, and the stories that move you. Get moving with Flicks, where fitness meets fun. For the little adventures, it's active kids, energy, games, and endless excitement. And if you're hungry for ideas, What's Cooking serves up delicious recipes and kitchen tips you can't miss. Dreaming of your future? Career Chronicles brings inspiring stories from professionals shaping tomorrow. En vir die yongstes wat nuuskierig is, Blitz Fokus bring jou vinnige, vars nuus en stories net daar waar dit gebeur. For the youth, by the youth, Generation C connects, inspires, and entertains. Don't forget to start your mornings right with Smell the Coffee, laughter, conversation, and your daily dose of motivation. Do make sure to catch the latest entertainment news with chill, culture, lifestyle, and stories from your community. And don't miss Sports Wrap, all the highlights, analysis, and unforgettable moments from the world of sports. Your favorite shows, your favorite stories, all in one place. Don't miss out. This is My Zone TV.
Good
morning. I'm Albina Usiku. I'm a plumber by profession. So the tools that we received, we are going to use them to train our trainees on cognitive skills. So to assist them to think critical and also to prepare them for labor market. So in the current world, people need to work as a team. So we have to prepare them to work as a team. So we are going to train them in groups. So we are going to give them a track to assemble so that they can get that skills of teamwork.
You've spoken about preparing them for the labor market, and with the current administration, they are focusing they're going heavy on vocational training centers and making sure that we produce people who are able to do technical work. What are your views on this, and how does this equipment align with those?
The equipment will enhance the way they will handle the tools. They will enhance their skills in terms of collaboration. It will prepare them for entrepreneurship skills. So when they are going to do these activities together, so meaning they are going to learn how they can work together, even if they have to come up with their businesses. So because there are businesses where you need to join. So combination of more than one trade, it can be electricians with plumbers and builders. So it will really help them to learn how to run a business together.
You are to give advice to a young person out there watching you now speak, and they are contemplating whether to come to VTC or whether to go to the University of Namibia, what would you say? Why would you encourage them to come to VTC?
TVET is a way to go. If you compare people who came from TVET system and those who are coming now from universities, for example, UNAM. So TVET trainees, they don't stay down without any work. So they don't wait for anyone to employ them. So as they are waiting for employment, perhaps to be employed permanently, so they can do extra work to earn income. So it is a hands-on, and it will always feed you.
I like that. I like that you say it will always feed you. Personal story. Why training trainees?
Yeah, I started my journey in 2003 as a level 1 trainee in plumbing and pipe fitting at NEMT. So thereafter, I joined some ministries, like Ministry of Regional and Local Government, where I worked as an artisan. So after being an artisan, so I realized that I gained enough experience. So therefore I decided to come and join TVET vocational institution just to crowd what I learned, to train trainees. So I was an instructor for plumbing and pipe fitting here at the Nana VTC, and then now I'm serving as a head of training. So it does not mean that if you are an artisan, you just end as an artisan, but you can still further your studies and become, if you want to become a manager, you can become a manager also.
What are you in Nana VTC? Should we expect anything from you? Maybe a truck? I don't know, a truck house that you're going to, or a manufacturing industry that you're going to open up? What does the future
Opportunity allows. So definitely you expect expect me to come up with something. So because it's about innovation, there are a lot of things that we need to innovate. So our communities are facing a lot of challenges, and these problems, they need to be solved through TVET. So through research, so I might come up with a project that is going to rescue the community in certain challenges that they are facing.
Thank you so much. You've mentioned innovation. We are in the world of technology, which is fast changing, and it's also changing how we consume or how we live life. How do you incorporate this in your day-to-day learning for your trainees?
Yeah, our trainees is not like us. Living in the world of technology, they don't want to learn using the approaches that we have been using. So they want to have skills at hand. So meaning we enhance our training by making sure that some of the subjects are offered through online, so that they can move around with the information. So not just to be stationed, however they need to access information wherever they are.
And just show our viewers what is it that you're standing next to here.
Yeah, this is a project done by a bricklaying trainee. So you can see a combination of arts. So there they have built grasses. Here you have different colors, so it's different shapes.
And they are trying to build what?
So if you check here, you will see this is a fireplace. So you can roast your meat nicely here. So in there it can be a house wall and so on. So this is a decoration at the end of the wall. So these are all arts that someone needs to learn if it comes to join Tibet.
Wild and free, don't feel so sweet, makes me feel like
Well, there you have it, viewers. That was it from this week's exciting episode with me, Chris Kaukema. Please stay tuned for next week's episode of Career Chronicles, where we give you expert advice and also profile local figures who are making an impact. From me, your host, it's bye-bye.